Thieves targeting the vulnerable. A CBS 11 I-Team investigation found hundreds of cases right here in North Texas where the ill had valuables stolen at times right from their hospital room where they were. But as investigative reporter Brian New discovered, when it comes to reported crimes at hospitals, Texas law allows many to be kept out of the public's eye. Brian?
Yeah, Doug, anyone can request a copy of a crime report from one of the nearly 2,000 law enforcement agencies here in Texas. And by law, police departments have to make these reports available to the public, with the exception of 3 police departments, the 3 that work inside private hospitals in North Texas.
Well, there's about $1,483 a regular charge.
It wasn't until she got her statements in the mail
That is a lot of money.
that Edna Moet realized her credit cards had been stolen from the last place she thought she would become a victim.
It's almost like they knew how sick I was, and it was going to be a while before I realized anything.
Does that make it worse?
Yes, it does.
For 14 days, Edna was at the hospital with pneumonia, 10 of those in the ICU. Edna says she had other things to worry about at the time than making sure her purse was safe.
I had no idea about my purse. I was so out of it.
But while Edna was stuck in a hospital bed, according to her credit card statements, someone was out on a shopping spree at her expense.
When you're at your worst possible time, and then somebody does that, it makes you feel pretty bad.
The CBS 11 I-Team found hundreds of thefts are reported every year from hospitals across North Texas. Cell phones, purses, even a diamond ring, all reported stolen from patients who were sick and in the hospital. We know this because the police reports of these reported crimes are public record. But at 26 of the largest 50 hospitals in North Texas, we don't know what's been reported stolen or how often thefts even occur. That's because the hospitals run by Baylor Scott and White Health, Texas Health Resources, and the Methodist Health System all have their own police departments. And those police departments declined to tell us.
The Texas Public Information Act does not apply to private hospitals that operate police departments in Texas.
In Texas, there are more than 1,900 law enforcement agencies. All have the authority under Texas law to make an arrest or to use force. To ensure transparency, Attorney Paul Watler says every law enforcement agency is required to make its police reports available to the public, with the exception of 3. The 3 police departments in North Texas run by private hospitals.
They have the same authority as the Dallas Police Department to make arrests or to use force or those sort of things. And a lot of open government advocates believe that the same sort of public transparency that applies to, say, the Dallas Police Department should apply to a hospital police department.
I'm sure whoever did this, like when looking at this, they've done it before.
Edna Moet says she wonders if there were other patients who, too, had their credit cards stolen at the same time she was at the hospital. But there's no way for the public to know for sure. What Edna does know is stealing from a sick patient is about as low as it gets.
You can't really trust anybody anywhere, really, because there's those kind of people.
So the same issue was raised a few years ago with police departments at private universities, like the one at SMU. Now, state lawmakers went back and clarified the law requiring these private college police departments to comply with the same open records laws as any other police department. But Doug, lawmakers at that time did not extend those requirements to private hospitals.
So I'm just going to turn the table. Why would they not do that and turn the table to the private hospital as well? It doesn't make sense.
So we asked that question to lawmakers, even hospitals, and no one really seemed to have much of an answer. Many of them suggested that it may simply be oversight.
That's the one where you go, You got to think about that a little bit. Brian New, very insightful and sad that there, and you said it well, and that somebody else said it in the piece, that it's come to that for some people to do things like that.
Yeah.
That's a sad reality. If you got a question or a tip for Brian or the I-Team, just look into sending them an email. Best way to communicate, quick and easy. Tell us what you got going on. Address, iteam@ktvt.com.